Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I have 3 more Christmas cards to share with you using my stash. This is a twist pop-up card. I watched a couple videos on YouTube. I'm not sure who actually designed this style of card, but I used I saw 2 different videos that I kind of followed their instructions. So I'll put the link in the description box to those 2 videos that I watched. So for my first card, this is a 4 by 6 inch card, and I used, once again, this paper pad. It's a 6 by 6. I used this die from Tuesday Morning, and I used this one on a couple of my cards. This was an old stash that I had, and I used the snowflakes from this design, and I think that was it on that one. And then this is a Merry Christmas stamp from Inka Dinka Doo, and I think this, Michael still carries this, so this I think was from last year. So here's my card. Oh, and I did use this punch, or this die, I used the snowflake. Let's see if I can grab it. Did I show you that one yet? Let's see. Okay, this is the snowflake die from Tuesday Morning, and I used it on several of my cards. I think on all 3. So I'm going to set that aside because you don't need to see that again. So I made a little band for it, and here's the snowflake die. I did cut, I think, 2 snowflakes and adhered them together, and here's the holly die. So this comes out like this, and I kept the front simple because of this, and I really wanted to not work on the inside, but keep the focus on the inside. So this pops up like this, and it says Merry Christmas. Here's the snowflakes that I heat embossed, and also the Merry Christmas. I left this blank up here. I'm not sure if I'll add maybe another snowflake up here or not. I think one of these would look really good up there to embellish it a little bit further. So here's the card. I use my Martha Stewart punch that has all the little alphabets, and I just put love, so I can put love and then from Elaine, or so that's my first one. That was the first one I made. On my second one, let's see which one I want to show second. Okay, let's show, let's see. Okay, let's do this one next. And this was a 12 by 12 pad. I've used this one before, and I showed it to you. Let me grab it real quick. It was this pad here, and one of the sheets had the snowflakes hanging like this, so I just cut it to fit the front of my panel and used it that way, so that way I could keep the decorations or the embellishments to a minimum on the front, so it would lay a little bit flatter. And then I used the silver foil paper, one of the hot buys, I've shown that, to cut out the snowflake, and then I just put a little pearl on that. I did use this Tim Holtz Thinlits, and it's all the Christmas leaves. I'm not sure what it's called. Let's see if I holiday greens. And this is available at Hobby Lobby. And then this memory box ornament, and my repeat 6 by 6 pad. I ended up using one of the sentiments in here. It has a sheet of sentiments. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open this one. And this is what this one looks like. There we go. This is the sentiment, Christmas to Remember, and then here's some of the greenery that I cut out from the Tim Holtz dies, and then I cut 3 of the memory box ornaments, and I interchanged the centerpiece because it only cuts out the the outline of the ornament, and then these pieces fall out. So I just interchanged them and put some of the design on another ornament so it would give it some contrast or a different look. So I just staggered the ornaments on that, and then down here I just added some of the leaves from the Christmas dies, the holiday greens. Okay, so there's that one. And then my third one, again, I use this. And this is what this one looks like. These, I bought tons of these last year. These little snowflakes from Recollections. This is a embossing folder from Tuesday Morning. The bell from Tuesday Morning. This die from Tuesday Morning. I ended up just using the center reindeer. And this is an old die from Spellbinders. I know there's a lot, but I just needed some little elements from each one. Just look at your stash and see what you have, and you'll be surprised what you can come up with. So I embossed the front panel and added the hot buy silver paper on the back, and then just tied a silver bow on the front, and that slips out. This was an old Tim Holtz die as well, that little swirly part right there. But when you open this up, this one is all done in white and gold, white and silver. Here's the centerpiece from the die from Tuesday Morning. This one, it just fell out. Let me show it to you. It's this die here. It's kind of hard to see where it goes like this. So I added that there. I did emboss this part here, and then also these pieces, these little panels here. So there's the Spellbinders ornament die, the snowflake die from Tuesday Morning. This was the repeat again from Tuesday Morning, and the bell is from Tuesday Morning. Now this down here, I bought last year one of the wooden pieces from Michael's. And once again, they do have those in the store again, so you can purchase those. Now I didn't have a solid piece of gold or silver, I keep saying gold, a silver cardstock. So what I did to get a solid piece was I went into my hot buy and I was flipping through and I saw this here, this heart. And I know I wasn't going to use this whole page, so that is what I used to cut my elements out. So use what you have, be creative, and you can get an awesome look to your cards. The thing I'm thrilled about is that I am continuing to use my stash, and I'm so thrilled about that. So here's my 3 cards, and like I said, this is going to be a long video because I will have to attach the tutorial to the end of this video. So once again, let me know which one you liked the best. Card 1, the red one, the blue and white, or the silver and white. So I'll go ahead and start the tutorial. To begin, you will need a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Your first piece will be cut at 12 by 4, and you will score it at the 6-inch mark. So this is your base piece, and I've already scored that one. Your next piece, which will be the inside panel that has the 4 sections, this piece here, we're going to score that at, well, the size of this one is 10 by 3.5, and we're going to score at 2.5, at 5, and at 7.5. And we're going to go ahead and score, or fold it on the score lines, and we're going to do the first one. We're going to do a valley fold, so just valley, mountain, valley, okay? And then you'll just use your bone folder to get some nice creases. So this is what the first, or what this will look like. Your next piece which measures 8 by 3.5. You will turn it on the long side, or the short side on the top, and you will score that at 1 3/4. So that's actually right in half. Okay, then we need to make some tick marks. So get your little pencil, and we're going to add tick marks at the 2 1/4, 2 1/4, and 5 3/4. 5 3/4. So just make a little mark on those and turn it this way and do the same thing on that end. Alright, so this is the part where you have to make 2 diagonal score marks. So what you do, I have this piece of tape on my scoreboard, so I know that the next line here I can position it where my 2 tick marks are going to be running on the correct score line. So let's see, we'll go ahead and put this top tick mark on that line, and then I know that I can move it so that they both match up. So this line here is on the correct score line, and this one up here as well. So we'll go ahead and make that score. We've got that. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it and do the next one. This is going to be an X. So we're going to go ahead and put that next to my tape, and I'm going to move it up a little bit so I can see the bottom edge of my tape. And then here's that tick line and this one here. So that should be correct. And there we are. Okay, so this is what it should look like. So let's go ahead and fold these. And make sure you use your bone folder. We want these nice and flat so that we can minimize the bulk. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to fold these 2 score marks in so that you have something like this. Okay, so that's what you end up having as your mechanism for your inside of your card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Well, let's do that. Let's get our card. At this point, you can decide whether you want to add your panels to the top and bottom. I did that on one card, and on a second card, I put my panels in at the end. So after I had assembled everything, I did. So you just cut your panels just a little bit smaller than your base. Put one up there and one down here if that's what you choose to do. So the next thing we want to do is, I'm going to get my ruler. We want to put a tick mark right in the middle of our base card. Okay, so I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to measure or find out where the center point is, which is right here. Okay, and now what you want to do is you want to add some very strong adhesive, because this is going to be opened and closed several times, and you want to make sure that this does not come apart. So I'm going to use my score tape, and I'm going to put adhesive here and on the back side as well. Okay, so now I've added my score tape to both sides of that top triangle, and what I want to do now is just below the score line, I want to add this piece, because you don't want to put it right on the score line. It will make the opening of the card difficult. So just right below the score line. Okay, and then just close the top, and there you have your mechanism. Now we want to lay this flat. We're going to go ahead and get our ruler once again, and we're going to measure the center point of this piece, because we need to center our inner panel. So once again, I'm going to get my ruler and figure out where that center piece is, right here at the 2-inch mark. Okay, we'll center this with a center line and open up this panel here and fold it back. What we want to do is we want to make a line on the top right hand corner just up to the first score line, up to that center score line. On the opposite side, we want to make our line from the score line down. So it's on opposite sides, and this is where we're going to add our score tape. Okay, now I have my score tape up at this top section here and here, and now I want to keep these flaps folded in, and I want to line it up with that tick mark that I made. Oops, it's on this side. At the top, and just center this piece. Open this up so I can see. Okay, just line it up. And now we're just going to open up the flaps so they will glue or adhere to the panel. And that is your mechanism. So this is how it folds in, just like that. Again, you can go through and burnish your score lines to have it lay flat, and then there it is. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you give this a try. It's a lot easier than you think. I have enjoyed. I made the 3. The first one was, you know, you always are a little intimidated by doing the first one, but once you get that down pat, these are so simple to make, and what a punch, right? So thanks for hanging in there with me, guys, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I enjoy your comments. I love reading them all. So thanks everyone for watching. Take care.